Hi everyone, and now again, this is the time for our class project. And this is the class project number 2 where we'll be using effects in our footage. I'll show you guys the steps, what all you need to do, and how you can actually create a effect, okay, a effect you can put in your footage. Okay, we'll be learning about that in detail. So first, let's see what are the steps you need to follow over here. So here, as you guys can see, I do have the name of the class project over here, which is using effects in the footage. And I do have a description and outcome here as well, which you guys can recommend for yourself. So I'll directly go to the steps of what all you need to follow. So the step number 1 is creating a timeline. Okay, and the step 2, you will be uploading your footage over to your timeline. Step 3 is going to the effects panel and you need to choose your effect accordingly. Okay, and after that, I'll also show you if you want to use adjustment layer. Okay, if you want to use, you can use that one if that's necessary. And the step number 5 is you will be adjusting the value of the effects from the inspector panel. And the last step is going to be you saving your file and uploading it in our project panel. I'll show you guys that as well. So let's move on and let's see how it's done. So here, as you guys can see, now I am here in the workspace, okay, in my edit page over here. First step is creating a timeline, which you can come here and create a new timeline over here. Otherwise, you can just import this media, okay, over to this panel, okay, and you will be able to create this. So I don't want this audio over here. Okay, so what I'll do is I will come here and I'll just cut this audio. I just want only this video over here. Okay, so now what I am going to do over here is the next thing I will come here in my effects panel. Okay, so before that, just let me put some cut throughout this whole footage over here. Okay, and again select this selection tool from here. So suppose I want to give some effects here. Okay, so for that, what I need to do is I need to come here in the effects panel, and from the effects panel, I need to go to the effects over here. Okay, so from here, if I want to put up anything, okay, suppose noise distortion. Okay, as you guys can see, and here are the paper age. One over here, if I want to repeat, shape circle, okay, slice over here, okay, video camera. So like this, I can add. Suppose I will select this one and I will drag and drop this one here in this particular footage. So now after this, what you can do is select this footage, go to the inspector panel, and from here, go to the effects option. And from here, you can change the layover color. Suppose I want to give this thing a black color. I will come here, give OK. And if I want to change the color, I can do that. I can actually change the battery level from here. As you guys can see the change on my screen. Okay. And now if I come here in the time code, I can actually work onto this as well. Okay. So from here, as you guys can see, I can select the start option from here. Okay, so I will just keep this thing somewhere over here. And how many frames per second I want, I can also do that over here as well. Okay. And if you want to work with anything else over to this color, if you want to add some keyframes to it, you can do that. Okay. And here, if I click, okay, I can just come here in my Fusion page directly. Okay. Again, come here. Okay. If I want to delete it, if I want to remove all the things I have changed over here, I can also do that. Okay. If I come here in the settings, if I want to put on some comments, I will be able to do that here as well. Okay, so I hope you guys have understood about this thing. But here, if I want to put this particular setting in all these things over here, so what I can do is I will come here. Suppose I want to put this thing over here and I want to put some other effect over to these four footages. Okay. So for that, again, in the effects, and I need to go here on the top. I need to select the adjustment clip. And what I want to do is I just want to put the adjustment clip here on top. Okay. So I will put it here and drag it down till the last. And what I'll do is from here, I will come to this option. And from this option, if I wanna apply some filter or if I want to add some blur effect, okay, I can come here and I can just put on some blur effect over here. Okay, so I can do that. Or if I want to put that directional blur, I can put that from here as well. So as you guys can see, I have put the blur over here. What I can do is I can just decrease the blur strength, kind of like this, and I can just change the angle of the blur. Okay, blur type, if I want to stylize this one, I can do that. Okay, and if I want to use this blend, I can use some blend over here as well. And now it is being applied all over here. Okay, so that is the use of that adjustment layer. So now let's see a preview. Okay, so as you guys can see, my video is being played here on my screen. And now when I come to this footage here, you guys can see a little blur effect which I have put over here into my clip. Okay, so I hope you guys have understood how you can actually use this. Okay, I'll just pause this video and just put up my inspector panel again. And the last step which you're going to do is go to the deliver option. From here, now just add this thing to the render queue. Okay, so now I will just add this, and first I will just rename this one. I will just rename this one as class project 2, and I want to save this here in the downloads, and I will save this over here. Okay, so here you guys can see I have that one here in the render queue. And after that, if you click on render all, okay, that particular timeline will be rendered all together. Okay, so just save your file and just upload it into our project panel, which will be the last thing you guys will be doing. I'm very eager to check out your work, how you apply effect. You guys can actually add a lot of things more as well. For me, I just told you guys the basic just to concise this tutorial. Okay, so see you all, take care, and I'll be waiting for you guys to send me your work now.